What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are on Doot's account. We got some stuff to test out. So this is a pretty cool, kind of like mid to late game type account, but what it really has going for it, it's a VIP 10 account. It has a giant killer Doom Terminator Vulcan, so it does have Giant Killer and Defier. Holy Armor doesn't really do that much for him, but he is still in the 8 million range, and we're going to see what he can do on an account like this. Building him for crit, I guess, is decent. I kind of like going for like things like precision better, but I don't want to mess with too much on his account. Skill damage precision would, in my opinion, be the best bet here. Because again, he doesn't really need the crit chance since he has full sublimations. He's going to be getting himself like additional crit chance and everything and crit damage. So you don't need to go too much in on that. I like skill damage. And of course, the other thing that I like having on him is skill damage and precision. I think we're gonna have to run damage reduction on him though. In this case, it's gonna be a very different one. On top of that, we do have a regular version of the skin, which is cool, and we do have some things going on here. So we're definitely gonna want lethal fight back because they're all gonna have higher HP. I think we might need to be running him speedy though. That's something we're gonna have to test out because we're gonna be jumping into Sealand. So this is gonna be really interesting to see how he works out. Now, we don't really have other support heroes to use besides, of course, just chucking in an Eos and an Asmodel. Granted, they're going to be there more for just the stats as a tenant. We want to check and see what he has for a house, maxed out house, so that is really cool. And beyond that, we can just chuck in some like Michelles. Those should do just fine. So let's jump over to here. Sealand is the name of the game. We're at Sealand 25. I imagine he's going to make a very big mark on this battle. So we're going to get some heroes in here. Do something like that. We'll go with the Phoenix. No Core of Origin. But again, this giant killer copy should be doing some absolute decimating damage in round 2. You can see how much damage his basic attack did right there. And of course, these Michelles dying and reviving are going to give us more of that freeze portion of his attack that's going to give him damage dealing against everybody. And this is going to be what I like to call a raffle stomp for the old term right there. We're just going to try to keep a fan on him just for the survivability portion, which is also why we put damage reduction on him. Now, we are going to get to a point where we are slower than the enemy, and we'll have to see if that works out okay for us. Again, everybody else dying, that's perfectly fine, because the more allies that die, the more damage potential we have with our active skill. Luckily, he's very good at getting layers. You wonder why he's getting that energy every single time that a round starts. It's because he's capping out on one of his I forget what they're called. Let me just I want to just talk about that real quick. So, Noble Sublimation, when you cap any of the charged energies, you instantly get 50 energy, which is really good because in dark or light Sealand, the enemies are going to reduce the energy of your team. He doesn't really care about that much because he's going to cap these things out, and when allies die, he can get 2 layers of freezing, dealing tons of damage, and on top of that, you're getting like these charged energies, which is giving him more attack, which just snowballs over and over, and that's why you're seeing tons and tons of damage coming out from him. We'll have to see if this is strong enough to actually do like Sealand 29, 30-ish. We might not be strong enough just because we might need to go to like an A and B for the speed portion of this, or change the stone. Changing the stone might be the better option for him. We'll have to see. You see there, we did miss the active, but again, not really a big deal. He has tons of survivability and even more damage at his disposal. Let's get like 6 more of these. I think we'll be able to get through through 29, and you'll just see how easy light Sealand is with a giant killer copy, more so than any of the other ones. You saw how we struggled with like our queen, all that other stuff in Abyss Sealand. Vulcan is just such a powerful, dominating hero. You can see with a full household, he's still faster than the enemy without a speed stone or a speed artifact, and his active skill is doing tons of damage, and he has tons of survivability with that purple gilded fan. He is just crushing it. Honestly, even if he doesn't go first, we might have a chance here. We should probably even be running Balance Strike on him. Like, we really probably should. Doesn't seem to be an issue as of right now, though. It seems pretty good. Again, we get big active in round 2. Not as strong of abilities here as a Melodic Strings version, but I mean, he's got this tank ability and survivability. He's only come even like remotely close to dying one time. And you can see here, this is like an up and down with his energy bar, but this is the advantage he has over like an Asmodel or an Eos, is he will generate that HP back, or sorry, that energy back. And yeah, I think this might be like the easiest Sealand 30 clear we do for anybody. We're still going faster than the enemy, which is amazing, and he is tanky enough that even with everybody dying off, he just utterly destroys the enemy. We do, of course, need to keep Crowd Control Purify on. Round 6, yeah, I'd say we're in a good spot to possibly just one-tap all of this. I wonder if we're even going to have to do a second battle anywhere. And then on top of that, he can CC himself. Yeah, it's just so much damage. Even his basic attack can hit pretty hard here. It did take a little further into the rounds, but again, not a big deal. This is pretty impressive, I must say. I knew he was like one of the best heroes to get a Sealand 20 done, but this really highlights it. Ooh, don't kill us. Don't kill us, man. Let me clear this off, please. Don't do that, man. The shields are coming in huge from the fan. Holy cow. This is insane. The shields from the fan are game-changing. I think we got this right here. Gilded Purple Fan, hands down, like his best artifact in the game. Now, yeah, I figured this one might give us a little trouble. We'll buy a few more attempts here. We might need to change this up a little bit. We are faster than the boss, which is good. We do need to get lucky with some CC here, maybe. Because that's a lot of damage that comes in. So I think what might need to happen here is we need to get our active off in round 2 and freeze a couple of the targets, maybe. It's just so much damage here. I wonder if we need to go even more offensive on him and not worry about the defensive portion, because he's just not living long enough. So what we could try here, I don't know if he has the Melodic Strings though. We could try a crown on him. The crown might work a little bit better. It actually might. Let's just check our artifacts real quick here. Ooh, we do have a Melodic Strings. That's interesting. I kind of want to go for like a crit build then. We kind of guarantee that round 1 crit. We'll see if we can go back to this right here. And then on top of that, I want to go away from the damage reduction node and go for skill damage. Or actually, you know what? Probably precision would be better. That way we have very offensive stats up here. Let's see what it looks like when he's in offensive mode. Because if we can get Sealand 30 done like this, maybe get 2 actives in a row, we get a round 1 active, and then not quite a round 2 active. Not quite. I don't want to spend too many gems, so we might just wait to do Sealand 30 on this. But yeah, the round 1 active is just not that great on him. It just really isn't. So the offensive strategy, not a big fan of. Let's try switching him over, excuse me, to like a crown. See what a crown would be like, because in the first few rounds, the crown is actually the stronger of the two. So I like that. We could try running Balance Strike as well, and let's go back from precision back to the damage reduction. So we have tons of damage reduction in round 1. Maybe having Balance Strike will help us as well. Not as much. Well, I mean, that felt like a good amount of damage. Now, this might kill us. Yeah, that actually does kill us. Man, we can't go Balance Strike. I think that's going to be the way for us to clear this out, though. I think maybe, kind of, sort of. Let's see how this works out. We do just need some really good lineup of hits here. It's definitely tankier. Is it enough to live? We need to get to a second active ability here. Yeah, like that one wasn't as good of a damaging round. And here you'll see we're just taking one or two too many hits right here. I don't know if switching up the order of heroes is going to do much for us. Maybe the Asmodel can tank an extra hit or two. Because, like, we need to get the damage in on round 3. Or, sorry, round 4 is where we need it. But again, the energy drain is... it's so close. We'll do 5 more. We'll see if we can make this work. So, let's do this. I know it's going to make him a little bit weaker. But I think what we need to do is we need to put crowns on... Oh, we don't really have any other crowns, do we? No, I guess we have to leave them the way they are. I was going to say Eos and Asmodel. What if we put both of them in the front row? I don't know if one of them will live. We need one of them to not proc unbending. Well, that wasn't very great. We kind of need them both. We need another like tanky hero in the front to absorb hits in round 3. It's just like 1 or 2 too many hits coming in. We need crowd control purify because otherwise we're just going to stay CC. That's like a must have. Such good damage though. It's just we got to figure out a way to get to an active there. And that's the struggle, getting to the active. We need to be able to cap out more energy is the problem here. We're not able to cap enough on our energy. I do like the crown though. The crown seems good. We could try an A and B and see how an A and B works out, but usually A and B is a little bit too weak. But that is something we can try. It might work. Let's see how squishy he is in comparison. It really just depends on the hero overall. Nah, it's just pretty much the same thing. I don't think it's going to be a win with that. I mean, the only other thing I can think is we go to the crown here. And then we drop the damage reduction for, like, additional precision. Like, that's the only other thing I can think of doing here. High crit chance for round 2. Pretty much making sure he has a 100% crit chance. Okay, last 5. I know I might buy some gems. We'll see. Because I really want to get this done. But it was so close to getting to another active. So that's good. We're going to get some energy here. We get... Yeah, see, that's the problem is we just don't... We don't cap out on energy for the second time, which is the big deal here. Damage reduction does seem necessary. I mean, the only other thing I could think is like maybe running him tankier. I don't know if I like that idea, but it's something. It's definitely something. No, still pretty much the same scenario. We need something tankier in the front row. I think that's really what it is. So let's change this back to attack oriented. It's funny, it's just the boss that's being an issue for us right now. So we need to switch something around real quick. I want to do this here. I want to remove that. I want to go down to you. You can have his flag for the moment just to get the bonus stats. I want to put a crown on him. I want to see if he can tank some hits for us. Also, just change him over to armor and block. I mean, maybe this will work for us. He's in the front row. He's going to get some healing. He's going to be a lot more tanky now. So maybe he can absorb some additional hits for us and keep us going. That's kind of big right there, so that he might absorb some additional hits. Oh, he's so close to another active. I think that might be exactly what we need here. Not the best active, but not horrible either. Oh, we get another active finally. Is it enough? We froze a lot of the enemies here. Maybe we need to go to Balanced Strike now as well, although that might just kill us. I mean, the other options we do Mark, Purify, Balanced Strike, but I think that might work in a very bad fashion for us. Granted, it might work, but then again, yeah, we do get rid of CC. This could be good because now we're very, very healthy. Oh no, the stun. Oh no, no, we got chain CC'd. Okay, these are the last 5. I swear, I don't want to spend any more of his gems. Doot, I want to Doot, I want to get you a Sealand 30 here. I really, really do. And actually, this works out good. Balance Strike with Curse Purify. Come on, man. Do some good damage. Kill that boss, man. The boss is the big pain in the butt. We need to kill the boss. Come on, right here. Yes. Yes. All right, dude. So there is our Sealand 30. I bought too many extra attempts. I apologize. But, hey, we got that done, which is cool. But yeah, we got Sealand 30 done. And that is how we did it. So I want to just make sure I just refresh this. Make sure I don't screw this up on him. I don't want his stuff to be in the wrong locations. So yeah, that was pretty impressive. This guy, really awesome at Sealand 30s. Overall, that was a very easy clear to get. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Really cool copy right here, and I'll see you guys next time.